Hey, what's up everyone? On this video we'll be going over the PlayStation Classic. I'll be doing an unpacking, go over the content and leave my thoughts on it. For the box art design, we got a solid picture of the console along with the controller. It looks like it's rated M for mature. The first thing I noticed on the top left corner was the text that say it does not include an AC adapter. On the right side, we get a view of the miniature console with some text. Are you ready to play? Along with some screenshots of some games. We got more text that states 20 incredible games that define the era. On the back, we got some text saying that it has 20 classic games preloaded, along with screenshots of the games. There's some additional text stating that the console can only play the preloaded games. It cannot download other games or play actual PlayStation format discs or CDs. There's specific ways to use the USB and HDMI cable. It also lets you know that these specific controllers are meant to be used for the PlayStation Classic. There's also a limited save storage, and external hard drives are not supported. This part caught my eye. Some game features and gameplay experience may be different from when played on previous released PlayStation consoles. I wonder what that means. The rest is just documentations and licensing. On the next side we got details on what's included. We got the console, 2 controllers, 1 USB cable, 1 HDMI cable, and instructions. But no AC adapter. Okay, let's take out everything out the box and here's what's inside. And let's plug up the PlayStation Classic. When you power up the console, it has a nostalgic feel to it with the welcoming screen. Here's the main hub. The games included are Battle Arena Toshiden, Cool Borders 2, Destruction Derby, Final Fantasy VII, Grand Theft Auto, Intelligent Cube, Jumpin' Flash, Metal Gear Solid, Mr. Driller, Oddworld Abe's Odyssey, Rayman, Resident Evil Director's Cut, Persona, R4 Ridge Racer Type 4, Super Puzzle Fighter 2, Siphon Filter, Tekken 3, Rainbow Six, Twisted Metal, and Wild Arms. As far as the presentation, the console itself looks cute. The buttons are the power, reset, and open buttons. The power button obviously turns on the console. The reset button takes you back to the main menu. And the open button doesn't really open the console, but it changes the multiple discs if it carries more than one disc. Let me give you an example of what I mean. Games like Parasite Eve, for example, it has more than one disc. So in cases where you have to change the disc, you have to press the open button to change the disc. I guess I should have made Final Fantasy VII a better example since that's in the classic and not Parasite Eve, but just press the open button and it will change the disc for you. The controllers have a decent length to the wires, it's not too short and not too long. The controller model is the first generation PlayStation controller, so there's no DualShock features. As far as virtual presentation, well I do see a screensaver. The game's presentation has been upscaled for modern TVs. However, it shows that the games didn't age well for its graphics. Unfortunately, there's no filters to make the games easy on eye and options. I believe the 2D games look brighter and better to look at than the 3D games. As far as the games, it's an average library. I'm sure that everyone could agree that Sony missed out on specific games that defined the original PlayStation generation. When I think of the original PlayStation, I think of Parappa the Rapper, Crash Bandicoot, and definitely Silent Hill. Give or take, PlayStation already had Crash and Parappa the Rapper as a remake or a remaster on the PlayStation 4. But why not Silent Hill? I mean, Metal Gear Solid was a Konami property, so licensing shouldn't be a problem since it has that game. In my opinion, I think Sony should have got Silent Hill. So the library is kind of mediocre. Resident Evil's Director's Cut. I'm gonna be exploring the mansion with the infamous music. For the price, it's not really bad. Most of the games you'll be spending more or less the same amount in the PlayStation Store. Most of the games last time I checked were average $5 to $10 each. So you're getting a good deal. However, is the classic worth it? Well, here's the thing. I think it's a great novelty. It's something to say, hey, I have a mini PlayStation, and I'm a fan. But as far as getting it to game hard, I don't know. You see, PlayStation has many options to play their classic games by using the PlayStation Store on the PS3, or playing them on the PS Vita or PSP. There's even remastered games on the PS4. So there's many options. I don't know if I could recommend getting it for gamers who never played these games before, especially since the availability to these games are nearly everywhere across the PlayStation consoles. I'm not really a fan of the base controllers, but I get it. Sony is trying to define the first generation of the classic PlayStation, which is probably why certain games didn't make the cut for the classic. Also, I believe the fine print saying that the experience of gaming might be different. I think it might be a reference to Psycho Mantis' confrontation in the original PlayStation, or maybe the experience of changing the disc, I don't know. Overall, I think the PlayStation Classic could be a good gift to a loved one, or just a collector's item, but I don't think it's going to be successful compared to the NES and Super Nintendo Classic. The games on both Nintendo products hold up great, and they represent the consoles well. With that being said, this is my PlayStation Classic. This is Sony's baby that came out over 2 decades. Yeah, the PlayStation came a long way. Anyways, that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the content on this channel. I do streams on Twitch, so feel free to check me out. I might stream some of the PlayStation Classic there as well. Yeah, other than that, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I am out. Peace.